for L.A. Oh, boy, was he late and waxed that one into the Dodger dugout third base side. That one like scooped out of Stevenson's glove and right into the dugout.
Yeah, he almost swung for the next pitch. It was so late. But Edmonds had to laugh at himself a little. But look, sometimes you have to spoil that really good pitch and give yourself another shot at it.
Swing and a miss, and Green gets Edman, but Ohtani put... Blake Snell gets back to work, and Austin Hayes will stand in. Some question as to whether Austin Hayes would play here in Game 1 as Snell drops in a curve for a strike. He's a guy that hits lefties very well, and he's been bothered by a bad back. The last time he started, September 20th. On the ground to third, Muncy picks it up and throws out Hayes.
Well, you look at Blake Snell and how tough he is to square up and to find hits. So you're not going to chain a lot of hits together, but the four-seamer, the changeup, the curveball, and the slider all around the zone. But the batting average against, it's hard to do damage, especially those secondary pitches.
As we take a look at StatCast, brought to you by Google Cloud, and Spencer Steer stands in. So the Dodgers on a Shohei Ohtani solo homer have the lead. Steer drives this to left, but Kike Hernandez is there, and he makes the catch. Dougie, when you played, this was a stadium, especially at night, that was known as a park where the ball really died. And I think old schoolers might be surprised to know that for the last 3 years, Dodger Stadium has played as the most prominent home run hitters park in all of baseball.
Yeah, it's stunning. And especially given the Dodgers had this storied history of just excellent pitching. It was a priority. And now it's a hitter's park.
De La Cruz fouls one away. Ellie, in the second half, was not up to the same standards that he set in the first half, but he finished strong. And his last 9, 3 homers and hit .313. As Snell pumps in a strike.
And one of the challenges he had is just the power outage in August. Didn't hit a single home run, but he found ways to use those legs at different times.
Yeah, he went 43 games without a homer. He did lead the Reds in that department with 22.
And hitting left-handed is a switch hitter. Hitting left-handed or hitting right-handed against lefties is less powerful side.
Wouldn't bite that time on the curve from the lefty Snell. Ellie De La Cruz, who played all 162, one of 5 guys. Of course, Rafael Devers played 163 this year.
Amazing.
2-2 now. Breaking ball in there, and he's frozen, and Snell with the strikeout, and he's gotten the first 6 that he has faced. Back at Dodger Stadium, Shohei Ohtani with a leadoff homer. Dodgers 1, Reds nothing as Hunter Green deals outside to Andy Pages. Pages, the Dodger center fielder, excellent defender, 27 homers this year. And the kid from Cuba grounds one to short. De La Cruz throws him out. It's been a while, as mentioned earlier, for the Reds. Postseason wins since 2013. The Dodgers with more than any team at 64. The Reds, none. So you look over that stretch, and the Angels, the one other team with 0 postseason wins. But Reds trying to change that up. 1 to Kike Hernandez. Hernandez did not put together a great regular season, but always seems to turn into Superman in the playoffs. And there he is as Kike drops a single into center, and with 1 out, he is aboard. Hernandez starting tonight in left field. This is his 87th career postseason game.
Well, he continues to just find another gear for the postseason. So 15 postseason home runs, and just an incredible run, and gives them the versatility to play just about any position. to mix and match late in the game.
He's been a great postseason player. Yeah, the first one to Ben Rortvedt. Ball one to the catcher. Will Smith is on the roster. He suffered a hairline fracture in his right hand on a foul ball way back September 3rd. He actually played, his last start was September 9th as Rortvedt pops up on foul. Dave Roberts electing to keep Will Smith on the roster. You see he has got the tape on the back of that right hand. They just didn't think he could catch all 3 games. And to some extent, Will Smith being on the roster meant Michael Conforto would not be on the roster. This one bunted towards first. Green up with it. And he'll underhand it to McClain, who gets over. And it's a sacrifice. A man into scoring position for Shohei.
Well, nice job of getting the bat down. He created the angle early and didn't stab on it. He just sort of let the ball hit the bat, catch it, and allow it to be dead in towards the end of the bat. Now, with Ohtani up, why do you pitch to this guy? Base open, and Mookie Betts a phenomenal hitter, but right now, Ohtani is the most dangerous hitter in the league.
And now Green will step off. I mentioned Hunter Green, the home run problem. 60% of the runs he allowed this year were on home runs, and that's the 4th highest rate in baseball. The Cubs Shota Imanaga, number 1. Hernandez at second. The fans anticipating something big. And that one misses. A ball and a strike to Ohtani.
When he's batting, you do kind of forget to breathe sometimes. It's just, this guy could do anything. And I'm still surprised they're even pitching to him. He's just so dangerous in any part of the zone.
The 1-1. And that misses downstairs. Ohtani, a homer on the final day of the regular season, breaking the Dodgers single season mark, his own mark. So 55 on the year.
And if you can get the ball down and away, then you're okay.
The 2-1 is in for a strike, and he will do some swinging and missing.
But you got to get it there. You got there. Everything is hot in the zone. It's like a fire, and then you have this one spot where you might be, you're in the corner. So Green throws 101. If he can get it there, he might do something.
2-2. It's outside. Well, the last time when Ohtani came to the plate, Green threw at 100.4, and Ohtani took him out 117.7. There's what you're talking about.
Look at the slugging. It's all red, by the way.
Yeah.
So you better get that Green 244, or you might be getting a new baseball.
3-2. In there, got him. No argument from Ohtani. Green gets the strikeout, and the Dodgers leave a man in scoring position. over at minus 110. ESPN Bet is the sports book for sports fans. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with code HOMERUN to get started today. Tyler Stevenson here. The Reds catcher to be followed by Ke'Bryan Hayes and Matt McLain. And there's a strike, 1-2.
We were talking earlier how Snell has thrown his changeup really effectively this year. And just like someone like Tarek Skubal, who said, all right, I had to throw more changeups because they were stacking the lineups with all these righties. So he said, all right, this was working. And for Snell, kind of the same story. He's like, all right, well, they're stacking these righties. They're bringing them in. I'm going to try to now get them to chase and expand and change speeds.
Snell back to work. Ooh, good pitch. K-Zone had it as a strike. Blake Snell thought it was a strike. Nick Marley said, no, sir. And you see K-Zone 3D, it just got the bottom edge of it. Stevenson back in. The catcher waits. And a swing and a miss. 7 in a row retired by Blake Snell to begin this one.
And as a hitter, like, what do you look for? He's got this exceptional changeup. He's got this great bending curveball that is so sharp and hard down and away that he gets a lot of chase on. And then you can't forget the four-seamer at the top of the zone at upper 90s.
Snell delivers a fastball at 97 for a strike to Ke'Bryan Hayes, the son of former big leaguer Charlie Hayes. Charlie played 14 years in the majors. And his son, a third sacker like him. This guy is as good a defender, Ke'Bryan Hayes, as there is at third base in baseball. He's already won 1 Gold Glove 2023. The defensive metrics love him. 1-1. And he was one of 3 deals around the deadline that the Reds made, getting Hayes, and you see the defensive numbers and how good he has been. But they got Hayes, they got Zach Littell, and they got Miguel Andujar. And you'd have to give Nick Krall a lot of credit because those moves really helped to bolster this team and what's been a really fun run. 2-1 now. Chop to short. Betts gathers it in. Speaking of good defense, man, examining Mookie Betts and his numbers at short. Holy cow, what a season he put together. He led all major league shortstops in DRS. Dougie, I think I'd be shocked if he was not a Gold Glove finalist. I think Mason Wynn, another guy that will be there, maybe Nick Allen, Dansby Swanson, but that one ripped down the line at a fair ball off the bat of Matt McLain. That one's going to get into the left field corner. Kike Hernandez digs it out, and McLain has himself a double. So the 9-hitter has the Reds' first knock of the night and a man in scoring position here in the third.
Well, and sometimes the power of being in the 9th hole is the power of observation. You got to see what Snell did through the whole lineup. And McLain said, I'm not going to waste any time. Let me jump on this pitch early on and try to get the head out. And once he tried to do the step and the dive, just out of his reach. And this corner is not always easy. You have to play it smart in that corner because it could rattle and ricochet, and making sure you field it cleanly.
Here's TJ Friedl. And that one downstairs. 10 Reds have come to the plate. 4 of them have swung at the first pitch. So pretty clear that at least early on the Reds' intent was to be aggressive and try not to get to deep counts because Snell is such a strikeout master. And that one missing above the strike zone. That was the slider. And now it's 2-0 on the center fielder, Friedl.
Now, always the risk in the approach of attacking early first pitch is that if he gets quick outs, he becomes very efficient, and he ends up going deeper in the ballgame.
Breaking ball in for a strike, and it's 2-1. Friedl and Terry Francona were golfing during spring training together, and Terry getting to know his center fielder and leadoff guy, and he just said, TJ, just get on base twice a night, and we'll be just fine. And as a general idea, I mean, this guy's been one of the better leadoff hitters. His on base is .364. He said, I really stopped looking at my batting average, focused on my OBP. To put .364 on base in context, the major league average this year was .315. And he takes downstairs outside, and TJ Friedl on base for the first time tonight.
Well, he does that by his discipline at the plate. He sees the ball well. He also does not chase. He doesn't swing and miss a lot. So he gives himself a lot of avenues by which he can get on base. And in that case, he worked a good count because he had a good eye.
Colin Cowgill, their first base coach, whispering in his ear. Cowgill, the guy that helped this young man, Noel V. Marte, make the conversion from third base to the outfield. Swing and a miss. Marte fly to left his first time. Kid was originally signed by Seattle. He came over in the Luis Castillo trade.
Yeah, generally a pretty aggressive hitter at the plate. He's looking to swing, hit his way on, and he's had a lot of success this season doing so.
He struggled to finish. Last 20 games hit just .165. Snell ready, taking time. And a swing and a miss. But we talked with Terry Francona about that momentum thing, and he was adamant it's a whole new season. It starts over. We talked about that 2017 Cleveland team he had. They won 22 in a row, went 33-4 to finish the year, won the first two games in the division series against the Yankees, and lost the next three, and their season was over. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a changeup. And Snell able to record the punch out, his fourth of the night. The Reds leave a couple.
On this, how do you think he's handling it so far?
Well, I mean, they got a good lineup. First hitter of the game, it's a home run, so there's no settling into the game. Mookie follows up with a base hit, but then he kind of gathered himself and he started to look like Hunter.
You guys started to get some traffic against Blake Snell in this last half inning. What's it going to take to finally break through against him?
More traffic. You got to get yourself a chance more than once, but it was nice to see McLean jump on a first pitch fastball. TJ took his walk. We keep getting traffic. We'll give ourselves a chance.
Terry, thank you so much. Boog.
All right, Alden, Tito, thanks so much.
You never thought you'd hear traffic in a positive light.
That's right. Especially in L.A. Betts climbs back in, a 1-0. Yeah, that's fouled off his foot. We got Terry Francona there as he was in the middle of sorting out his gum situation.
Yes.
We talked to Tito pregame. He hasn't chewed tobacco in about 2 years.
Yeah,
he
awesome.
goes usually a piece of regular, a piece of grape, and a piece of apple. He will go through north of 100 pieces per game.
He said he's a little worried about his teeth.
Yeah.
But you know, better than the alternative, I suppose.
Well, Cooperstown will come calling when he decides to call it quits. One of the best managers in all of baseball. 2-1.
We talked about, Green settling in. It is a lot to do with locating that fastball. He's keeping it down. He's giving himself a great shot.
High fly ball drilled center field. Friedel back some more onto the track, and he hauls it in. To the left of that 395 marker, Mookie Betts gave it a pretty good ride. There's one away. Minutes from here, thereabouts, and he was a big-time shortstop. We were asking him yesterday about who his favorite Dodger was because he grew up a Dodger fan. And Green said it was actually Rafael Furcal.
Yeah, Furcal.
He was locked into the shortstops. Steals inside here to Freddie Freeman. Freeman flied to left his first time. Yeah, that one in the inside corner for a strike. Freeman playing in his 63rd postseason game. As Green deals down and in. Asked Hunter Green yesterday, will you be nervous? And he said, of course, I'm human. I love that answer. Not running from it. And that foul tip in and out of the glove of Tyler Stevenson. And Stevenson's in a little bit of pain as Marley throws the ball back to the pitcher. Dougie, that's a good example of something we could show. Just because he's wearing a glove, you think he can't get hurt? No, there's still some ouchies even with the glove on. And that got him kind of the heel of the hand.
Yeah, I mean, it's, especially how it will wrench your hand backwards. I mean, you get a finger... bone. I mean, it is, this is just a very difficult position for sure.
2-2. Yeah, that one down and in, and now it's filled up. Freddie Freeman, the 9-time All-Star, Gold Glove winner, won the MVP in 2020, and future Hall of Famer. And that one misses just low, and Freeman will take his base. Well, a busy day of baseball here on the ESPN family of networks, and the MLB postseason continues. The Red Sox taking game one, and the Tigers victorious with Tarek Skubal on the mound.
And it's fun that anything can happen, and you're saying you have to win 2 games. You don't even have to win them consecutively.
Pitch to Muncy is in for a strike. How about 11 total runs scored in the 3 games? I mean, pitching absolutely dominated.
Well, you got the deck of aces come out at this time of year, the number ones, and they really delivered.
Muncy shifting his weight to get out of the way. Got to count 2-1. Max Muncy, another of the Dodgers that is a veteran of the postseason. Freeman at first. That's in the dirt. Great stop by Tyler Stevenson. Wow. I mean, that one blazing in there.
Well, the tough thing about this is he's on one knee, so you're cutting into that lateral movement, and he just springs up off the other leg and moves sideways to turn into a block. He didn't try to scoop it with his backhand. He got in front of that and smothered it right where it sat.
The 3-1. Upstairs outside, and it's ball 4. So 2 on now with 1 out. Dodgers lead 1-0 on an Ohtani homer. Yes, Skubal 14 punch-outs. The Tigers win it. And the Cubs get back-to-back homers from Seiya Suzuki and Carson Kelly. Brad Keller finished it off, and the Red Sox holding off the Yankees.
He will try to make contact on pitches outside the zone.
2 on, 1 out. Dodgers lead. And that one all the way to the backstop. Stevenson will collect, and the runners will advance. Hunter Green out of sorts.
Well, right now he's kind of yanking the ball across his body and pulling it across, and therefore getting on that way outside, not even corner, but batter's box. So I have to try to find that slot again, because right now he's up against the ropes.
Second and third here. That's drilled left field. That's back on its way out of here. Teoscar Hernandez unloads, and the Dodgers have a 4-0 lead.
Well, this is the thing about Teoscar Hernandez. His ability to take that expansion of the zone and still attack and drive the ball. He sat back, got a slider. You figure, okay, well, Green is not throwing strikes right now. So what is he going to go to off the fastball? Well, he goes to the slider, and Hernandez did not miss it.
Hernandez with 25 homers this year, his 5th straight year with 25 or more.
We talk about that slider. He hangs it up there, and Teoscar is just sitting back and absolutely knew it from the time it hit his bat. Just back position, behind the ball, barrel.
Edman drives one. That one towards the corner, and it's gone. Back to back. 5-0 LA.
Oh, well, on back-to-back hitters.
2 homers in a span of 3 pitches. Jason Bateman absolutely loving it. And Scott Barlow is up and throwing in the pen.
Well, you talk about your location. Another spinning slider that just did not get down. And those spinning sliders, the cement mixers has no bite. And you take off from 100 miles an hour to 91 in the zone. For some of these Dodger hitters, that's like batting practice. And Edman just gets the barrel out and just keeps it fair and keeps it true.
First one to Pages, and that one misses. Barlow up and loosening. The 1-0. On the ground to short. De La Cruz. And Pages retired. The home run ball is such a huge part of baseball in 2025, especially when you're talking about the playoffs. Postseason teams since 2018 have an .834 win percentage. It's 176 and 35. That's into today. Last year it was 23 and 8.
And it's not like it's something you can control, but you can have a roster that can hit home runs. And the Dodgers have both discipline and power.
So Kike Hernandez here. Blake Snell has been staked to a 5-0 lead. And Hernandez fouls it back.
And the thing about the Dodgers, when you have that combination, a lot of those home runs end up with someone on base in front. And that's how you get the crooked numbers. The Reds going to have to find a way to scratch back.
2-1. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2.
It was very tough against a Blake Snell because of his ability to really be in the zone but then be out of the zone, right? Chaining hits together is not much of an option. You hope he may walk you, and then someone could, get the power game going. So not insurmountable, but something that the Reds have to get work.
2-2, check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. There's a certain irony to the fact that the 2 walks were part of it that really hurt Hunter Green, because this year, if you were to point at one thing that really helped his improvement, the walk rate declined. Last year it was 9.3%. This year just 6.2%. Man, Stevenson get beat up.
And those free passes, they kind of almost, it's like an extra out in some ways, right? You're adding base runners in front of power hitters. And then his command sort of came back a little bit, but then he was forced in the zone with the slider, and it just did not work out.
Swing and a high fly ball foul down the left side. That right there was pitch number 30 in the inning. You rewind to Sunday. The Reds, it took them to the last day of the season to get in the playoffs. Terry Francona was open about the fact that he came very close to using Hunter Green on Sunday. The Mets were down in their game. The Reds keeping tabs on that score, but the Reds ultimately got in because the Mets lost, because they lost their game to the Brewers. 3-2. Green ready. And that is right there. Hernandez didn't like it. Marley rings him up. The Dodgers score 4 times and get a pair of homers. Dougie, the other thing to consider is that in September, Dodgers pitchers did not allow many hits. They allowed a 173 batting average. That's the lowest batting average allowed by a team in any month in history. Swing and a miss. And Hayes is in a 1-2 hole.
We talked to Dave Roberts earlier. He said, well, what do you think was different about September? You know, all the things, their defense was at a next level. Mookie Betts, you know, guys got hot. They defended, they prevented runs, and they pitched. So, you know, they put it all together, and he was just like, I'm not really surprised with the talent we have in this room and the personnel.
The 1-2. Yeah, that's downstairs. You can see Blake Snell going to that scouting report card that he's got in his back pocket. He's pushing PitchCom right there, but, I mean, he pulls it out and looks at that card so far tonight, a bunch in the dirt. Did he go? No swing, says first base umpire Lance Barrett.
Yeah, he wants to know, like, how can I get these guys out, you know, put them away with 2 strikes. But he has a plan, and until the Reds show they're going to be able to adjust to it, he's going to stick to it.
3-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out, and that's a half dozen strikeouts.
Yeah, this is what is so hard to deal with Blake Snell. He can go in, and then he turns this fade away. It looks like the fastball. I think it's the fastball. It might be the fastball, and then it's not. And it goes away, fading away. So it looks like these hitters are swinging at pitches 3 inches outside, but it didn't start there. That changeup starts on the corner, and by the time you commit, it's too late.
He's gotten 10 swings and misses, and he delivers a strike here to Spencer Steer. He continues to evolve as a pitcher as well. You know, a few years ago, it was more about that fastball and the slider.
Well, the thing I was impressive about his reflection, he told us the other day, he said, well, I was missing non-competitively. These pitches were so wild, it didn't set up the next pitch.
That's in there for a strike. And he talked about Logan Webb, a guy that helped him. You know, this year, it's been the secondary stuff that has really put people away. He just took a glance at that scouting report card. He's ready to work. 1-2 here. Back to the mound. And Snell able to get Steer, and the Reds go 1-2-3 for the 3rd time tonight. We're midway in the 4th, and the Dodgers have a 5-0 lead. And he'll face the catcher, Ben Rortvedt. Yeah, that one in for a strike.
Yeah, well, Barlow, you probably could call him the spin doctor. I mean, he throws a sweeper, a slider, curveball, slips a four-seamer and sinker in there, but he likes the spin and the shape.
And another breaking ball there as Rortvedt fouls it off. Barlow, part of a Reds bullpen that since September 16th put up an 0.83 ERA. Best in the majors. And no homers allowed. Facing 164 batters over that span. That is huge. Rortvedt pulls it foul, and that one out of play. So Hunter Green, Los Angeles kid, his first postseason start, and the Dodgers knock him around a bit. 3 home runs. They score 5 times and chase him after 3. And there are those numbers that we talked about. I mean, 18 hits in the final 43 and a third innings of the year for the Reds bullpen. 0-2.
When you talk about Hunter Green, I mean, it just shows how unforgiving the Dodger lineup is. You know, you miss one spot, you don't hit that spot, and not only do they put the barrel on it, they do damage. They hit home runs, they hit extra bases.
Swing and a miss, and Rortvedt is gone. And here comes Shohei Ohtani. And time now to take a look at the best in the game, presented by T-Mobile.
Miles an hour. Bye.
And Ohtani with a big swing and a miss. And another swing and a miss.
When you go through Ohtani and you look at how he hits against different pitchers, every pitch except for the slurve, which is like one of 10 pitches, is in the red. Like the damage he does on all these pitches. And he's only seen 6 at-bats that ended on the slurve, so that's not much. But he hits everything.
Pitch down again. Remember when they signed him for the first 2.5 months last year, it was Betts that was leading off. It went Betts, Ohtani, Freeman. Mookie got hit by a pitch June 17th of last year. They slid Ohtani into the leadoff spot, and he's basically never left. I mean, not every single game, but for the most part, yeah, it's been Ohtani as the leadoff guy, and so Betts hitting second. He led off this game with a homer, a dozen leadoff homers this season for L.A. And a 1-2.
Well, the thing is, he's established he can drive himself in, so the 55 home runs tells that story. But the amount of runs he scores, because he's over 100 walks, he can steal a base and the power. So he's very productive at the top.
Now Shohei Ohtani leading a Dodgers attack that was first in the league in homers hit, 3rd in on base, 5th in the majors in on base percentage. And a swing and a miss. Struck him out. Barlow able to get him. Back-to-back strikeouts. And there's 2 away.
A really nice pitch by Barlow as he goes down, and look at the break on this. Just kind of takes that left turn into Ohtani. Look at no stride. It swings right over it a little bit early and a little bit above it.
So Barlow on here and facing Betts. Mookie has singled and flied out hard to center field. And Barlow delivers a fastball for a strike. The Reds going to the pen early. It is something we saw all of last postseason. Relievers actually threw more innings than starters overall in the playoffs last year. And the Dodgers were able to win it all by getting 82 innings from the pen and 60 from the starters. So for Terry Francona, he knows, look, the pen's going to have to do a lot if we're going to be resilient here tonight and win this series. And even though Dave Roberts loves his starters, I mean, you see the way people weaponize bullpens in today's game. There they are, the weapons. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Betts is gone. How about Barlow? He comes in and strikes out the side. Dodgers go 1-2-3. Causes and mental wellness efforts by teams, players, and the league. To learn more, please visit MLBtogether.com. Nothing gets people going like a dog in sunglasses. The 0-1. Ellie De La Cruz at the plate. Downstairs in Alden Gonzalez.
Yeah, Boog, you might notice a bit of a leg lift from Ellie De La Cruz here in this at-bat. He actually went into the year trying to incorporate a toe tap. It was his way to try to control the strike zone a little bit better, but then we got around the middle of September. He got tired of hitting without any power, and he said he wanted to, quote, feel more dangerous in the batter's box. He went back to the leg lift, and he's taken off ever since. But there is a trade-off. There's more swing and miss with the leg lift, but there's also more power.
1-2 in the dirt, and now it's even on De La Cruz. 22 homers this year. And Ellie, a strikeout his first time.
Yeah, one thing he is susceptible to is the breaking ball.
Swing and a miss. De La Cruz down on strikes. He went changeup. That's 7 punch-outs now for Blake Snell.
You know, I think of it as like a rocking chair. You're looking in, and then he fades it away, and you're kind of leaning. You're opening up a hair too soon, and 79 miles an hour, which is almost 20 miles an hour off his fastball. I mean, it's a very difficult adjustment just by the location, let alone the change in speed.
Stevenson takes outside. Well, one of the themes for the Reds this year that they adopted in the final month, they can't kill us. We're like cockroaches. Stevenson pops that in the air, center field, and coming on Pages to make the catch. And you even heard Terry Francona right before they sprayed the champagne in Milwaukee. He said to his team, they can't kill us. Well, right now, his team down 5-0. And they're going to have to figure out a way here tonight and then again tomorrow night. 2 down and Ke'Bryan Hayes.
Hayes brings so much defense. It's struggling a little bit on the power side of his offense, but he stabilized that infield for sure when he came over.
Yeah, they're pretty good at the corners. Hayes and Steer does a nice job. Hayes finished the year 3 for his last 37. Former first-round pick of the Pirates back in 2015. Snell back to work. Up the middle, and backhanding it is Edman, who was waiting on it. Throws him out. Snell is set down 7 in a row. We're midway in the 5th, 5-0. By the whole encounter. I talked with Freddie yesterday about it. I said that was really cool. He said, yeah, it's happening a little too much now. He's the old guy, right? He's the 36-year-old old guy. I grew up watching you.
Yes. But also the joy you feel as a veteran player about remembering that moment when you get that first hit. It's still magical no matter what.
There's Freddie's dad, wife looking on. Yeah, that moment last year, he hits the walk-off homer in Game 1. And he runs right to his dad and just started screaming. He said, I didn't even say anything to him. I was just yelling at him.
And he went through a lot just to get to that postseason. The injuries that were piling up, playing hurt, playing compromised. But he looked for that one pitch in one spot, and he's so talented at getting the ball and the barrel to the ball. Hits the big home run.
Freeman fouls it away. One of the things that was neat, his dad talked about Freddie Freeman and his career and what he's been able to accomplish. And I don't think his father ever really saw it coming. And he had this great quote. He said, "I never meant for him to be a major league player. It was just something we did together. I would throw him batting practice. I wanted him to make his high school team and have friends and ride the bus with the guys."
Well, I'd say it worked out really well. I mean, you talk about, the amount of hits, the career hits, just where he stands as he continues to be a prolific hitter and someone who's always seemingly in the postseason now, especially with the Dodgers.
The 1-2. Swing and a high fly ball curling down the right side. That'll curl foul. Yeah, among active players, Freeman, a lifetime 300 hitter. I think you got Freeman, Arise, and Altuve are the three active lifetime 300 hitters, setting the minimum at an appropriate level. 1-2 down. Line caught at first by Spencer Steer.
Freeman just talked about how I have a boring approach. He's like, most of the pitchers are going to be middle away. You have to prove that you can beat me in, and then I'll react when I have to in. Otherwise, I'm going to be consistently sticking to the plan, and the plan has gotten them well over 2,000 hits.
So Freeman retired on the line out, and now it's Max Muncy. Dodgers lead at 5-0. We're in the bottom of the fifth. And Barlow misses below the strike zone to Muncy. It's funny, you look at Max Muncy's lifetime postseason numbers. He's a career .217 hitter in the playoffs into tonight, but a .388 on base percentage. He has shown the value of the walk, and he also has 13 career postseason homers. But he and Barry Bonds are the only two guys out of 107 that qualify, 200 postseason plate appearances, to have a walk rate above 20% in the playoffs. Swing and a miss. I mean, that's an absurd number.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, we've talked about Max Muncy so much about his ability to walk, but this season he actually has the highest walk rate of his career, which has already been monumental in terms of walk rate.
Swing and a miss, and Barlow gets him. It's a strikeout. And Barlow's got 9 swings and misses, and of the first 5 guys that he's faced, he has struck out 4 of them. 2 down, and here comes Teoscar Hernandez, who has the biggest hit of the night.
A slider that did not get in its location.
And delivers a strike to Teoscar Hernandez. Hernandez has the biggest hit of the night. His 3-run homer in the third broke this open to a 4-0 Dodger lead. And Edman followed him with a homer of his own.
Well, the Reds' relief have so far at least staved things off for now, trying to give their offense a chance to get up there and chip away at this 5-0 lead by the Dodgers have.
The 0-2. Drilled out towards right center field. Friedel is back. That one is gone. Teoscar Hernandez, his second of the night. And the Dodgers lead it 6-0.
Well, the thing about Teoscar Hernandez is he has power to all fields. This is a home run derby champion we're talking about. Away, and he gets right into the sweet spot.
And we told you this park yields a ton of homers. It is the most home run friendly ballpark in the majors over the course of the last 3 seasons. And for some Reds history, it's the Reds' 98th postseason game. It's only the second time they've allowed 4 homers in a game. The other, the 1939 World Series, they allowed 4 homers to the Yankees. That guy caught it, by the way. Made a heck of a play. Look at this.
In traffic,
In
too.
traffic,
Like, what
yes.
A little left-hander there.
That is a heck of a play, sir. Good fella posting up for the home run ball.
So you don't need to post the selfie. You're on TV, man.
2-2. Swing and a miss. Edman is gone. Phillips gets him. But Teo does damage again. Second of the night for Teoscar Hernandez. Takes a strike from Blake Snell. Dougie, he's been dominant tonight.
I mean, he really has, and he's done it through a balanced mix, the four-seamer, the changeup, the curveball. All working well, all located well, and he's one of the best in terms of missing bats and making hitters expand the strike zone to their own detriment.
He's been super efficient here tonight. Yeah, the changeup gets the swing and miss.
1-2.
Miguel Rojas takes over at second for Tommy Edman. We told you at the outset of this game, Dodgers with a number of players nursing injuries. Edman is one, the right ankle. And so Rojas comes into the game for defense. Edman a homer. And a swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Snell. And the lefty now has 8.
Paradise doesn't always have palm trees. Corona, La Playa awaits.
Terry Francona's team down 6-0. And the first offering to TJ Friedel misses for ball 1. Friedel is struck out and he has walked. The Reds have just one hit. It was a Matt McLean double in the third. There were only 2 base runners came in that inning. Snell is retired. Everybody else. Little roller, first base side of the mound. Snell tossed to Freeman, 2 down.
Well, you see the sort of nature of how Blake Snell works when he's at his best. It's working out of the zone and getting the chase. When he's in the zone, it's hard to find the barrel. It's hard to square him up. And so you see the weak contact. You're seeing balls on the ground. And so that's when he kind of has you really on the defense. And Snell is knowing now how to put you away when you're in that position.
Snell, who began the year, the shoulder wasn't feeling great. Remember, the Dodgers started their year in the middle of March over in Japan. He told us yesterday he was feeling it in Japan. That shoulder was barking. He made 2 starts, and then they put him on the injured list with shoulder inflammation, and he didn't come back until August 2nd. But he is good to go now, 96 as he burns that one over the inside corner. And Noel V. Marte climbs back in. Fans want the strikeout. He's got 8 of them. Snell took a peek at his scouting report card and now back to work. What a night for Blake Snell. 9 strikeouts, 6 shutout innings. 6-0 LA. And slide from the Goodyear blimp, the greatest seat in sports. Still, always, forever. Connor Phillips back to work here, delivers to Pages. And misses inside. It'll be Pages, then Kike Hernandez, and then Ben Rortvedt. Bugshambi, Doug Lanville, and Alden Gonzalez. Thanks for joining us here on ESPN. Swing and a towering fly ball left field. Hayes is out there and under it to make the catch.
Ace has all the power you need to get the job done right. With the best
We're in the bottom of the sixth. One-0. That's drilled out towards right field, towards the gap. And Marte able to knock it down and hold Hernandez to a single.
Kike Hernandez gets this ball elevated. He's good with the fastball where he can get extended, and he just goes with the pitch. I mean, this season wasn't as sharp as he's been on hitting the four-seamer, but in this case, gets on top of a pitch that's elevated and just drives it the opposite field.
For more on Kike Hernandez, downstairs in Alden.
Yeah, and Boog, and Kike was a big surprise addition to this lineup starting left field. This should be Michael Conforto starting against a righty, and Kike hasn't had the best offensive year, but Andrew Friedman said it before the game. He feels like Kike is somebody who has a slow heartbeat in October. He's a proven postseason performer, and that's exactly why he's starting today.
Tap foul off the bat of Rortvedt. Yeah, listen to that. I mean, Andrew Friedman, who came from Tampa Bay, and the Dodgers known for their use of analytics, but talking about the intangibles, I mean, to me, it's basically like the postseason starts, and that guy goes and finds a phone booth and changes into a Superman outfit. Swing and a miss from Rortvedt.
Yeah, I mean, Hernandez has done it so long now. He's got over 10 years in the big leagues, a great accomplishment. Keeps going.
Shohei coming to the plate. And that one in there for a strike.
So is that Michael Bublé?
It is Michael Bublé.
Okay, so that's his walk-up sign. I don't think Bublé has ever been so intimidating and scary for an opposing pitcher.
That's a good point.
It's a bad omen when Michael Bublé is playing in Dodger Stadium.
I believe he changed it in the postseason last year, and they asked him why, and he said, because I was feeling good. Well, that feels good. Look out. This may leave the park. Wow. Ohtani's second of the night, and the Dodgers are feeling great. It is 8-0, and he is something else.
Well, you can see his own bullpen just in awe of what he's able to do. I mean, he just has the ability to change the game with one swing, to do something you've never seen before in one moment. And Shohei Ohtani delivers once again. Never satisfied. They got the lead. He's tacking on. And he continues to just blow our minds on what is possible on a baseball field.
454 feet.
With a 34-degree launch angle. I mean, this is skyscraping. Skyscraping.
I might even say star scraping.
Star. International Space Station.
Holy cow.
Pluto. I mean, did we see where it landed? Did we figure that
I
out?
think it went down there's like a tunnel out there.
I mean, his swing, it's so explosive, and he doesn't have much of a stride. He doesn't really take a step, lift his leg. It's just coil and go.
Look out, Betts, that one up and in. 96. And Mookie is dusted.
I mean, no matter what the circumstance, this is scary. Like you see your kind of life flash in front of your eyes. Upper 90s miles an hour, you're not sure you're getting out of the way, and you do everything you can. And certainly under the circumstances, a little